250,000 cars move across the Bay Bridge every day, so it's really the Bay Area's workhorse. But it's really overshadowed by the postcard beauty of the iconic Golden Gate Bridge. So we thought, how can we use light to transform this piece of infrastructure and change people's perceptions of it? What would I do if the bridge was my canvas? So I was working on this animation that you see in Photoshop and different 3D tools. And I was very excited when I placed 25,000 lights on the suspender cables of the bridge. But I thought, this is probably never going to happen because of the scale and the complexity. So miraculously, we got an approval to do this. So we went to the next step. They said, okay, let's take you up to the bridge. So I did my first cable walk. They gave me a harness with a small shock absorber, and we started walking up the bridge. So looking down one side, it was 250 feet to traffic. On the other, 225 to the water. So this was a moment of awe, but also of abject terror. And I started to realize and then see the beauty that surrounded me, the fog, the light, the shadow of the bridge on the water. And I started to think, if I could only translate what I'm seeing here into the sequences of light, I could create a really amazing artwork. So finally, once all the lights were installed, I got to do my work. I got to connect my laptop to the bridge. And it's quite exciting to be able to control something the scale of the Bay Bridge with a simple laptop using my custom code. On opening night, there was wind and rain like I had never experienced in San Francisco. What if this thing doesn't turn on? Fortunately, it did. I was relieved, and there was great celebration. So through infrastructure, light, and code, the Bay Bridge finally received the recognition of its more glamorous neighbor. And I often describe my pieces as digital campfires that people gather around, and they create a sense of wonder and awe and bring people together, and they bring out the best in us as humans.